morning, I'm Wakulwa Lavenda and welcome to a news program Voice of the Kenyans. Today, we bring you the latest headlines from around the world. Let's dive into our top stories. In recent weeks, Kenya has witnessed a surge in protests led by frustrated young citizens. This demonstration demand an end to bad governance, corruption, and accountability from President William Ruto's government. These protests reflect the youth's determination to hold the government accountable and demand change. As the demonstration continues, Kenyans are asserting their rights and shaping their nation's future. The protest began in response to punitive tax proposal that sparked outrage among Kenyans. The contentious finance bill aimed to raise 2.7 billion, which triggered the initial demonstration. On 25th June, protesters stormed Parliament and even set part of it on fire after MPs passed the controversial bill. Since then, the protests have become a weekly affair, with young Kenyans taking the streets. President Ruto faced mounting pressure and eventually returned the bill to Parliament for further amendments. However, his reappointments of Cabinet Secretary fueled more anger as citizens demanded technocrats with integrity. Despite tear gas, water cannons, and live bullets used by the police, protesters remain undeterred. Daniel Wambua, a recent university graduate, exemplifies their determination. Over 50 people have lost life since June, according to the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. The right to protest is in Kenya's constitution under the Article 37, and citizens have the right to assemble, demonstrate, picket, and present petition to public authorities. The process involves notifying the regulating officer or police 3 days in advance. Organizers must inform the police officer in charge of the area where the protest would be held. Our next headline is on the rise of online jobs. Online jobs are reshaping the way we work, from freelancing to e-commerce. Let's explore more on this growing sector. Online jobs offers freedom, but they also demand discipline. As the digital workspace expands, let's harness its potential while addressing its challenges. Freelancers now thrive in the digital marketplace in platforms such as Upwork, Fiverr, and Guru, which connects clients with personal skills in writing, graphic design, programming, and virtual assistance. Companies increasingly embrace remote work as it enhances flexibility, reduced commute, and access to global talent. Besides that, it's faced with challenges like balancing work-life boundaries and combating isolation. Platforms like Shopify empowers entrepreneurs, dropshipping, which deals with selling products without inventory, and affiliate marketing, which deals with earning by promoting others' products. Professionals travel while working remotely, but the challenge is on visa regulation and reliable internet access. Our next news headline is on renewable energy. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are playing a crucial role in optimizing renewable energy management. This advanced technology helps improve efficiency and sustainability, from predicting solar output to optimizing wind turbine performance. AI is transforming the renewable energy landscape. The US grid is gearing up for a clean energy revolution to electrify everything from vehicles to heating systems. We need more renewable energy. Solar and wind power are poised to dominate the future grid. However, the grid must expand by 57% and become more flexible to accommodate these changes. Integrating renewable energy sources into power grid presents several challenges for grid operators. 1. Network inadequacy. Many grids lack the physical capacity to accommodate supply and demand connection efficiently. Optimizing grid capacity which was originally designed for centralized fossil fuel generation, remains a challenge. As a result, less new renewable energy sources capacity is built than needed. Number 2, infrastructure development. Integrating renewable energy sources require new infrastructure, including transmission lines, substations, and energy storage facilities. Developing these assets can be time-consuming and costly. Stability impact. The shear increases and real-time network management at low voltage becomes critical. Without proper coordination, network instability can lead to voltage fluctuations, frequency inconsistencies, and harmonic distortion in the power system. Unpredictable generation. Renewable energy sources such as solar and wind exhibit variability and unpredictability. Grid operators must manage their intermittency to ensure a stable power supply. That's it for today about renewable energy. Remember, a greener future is within reach, but it requires collaboration, innovation, and investment. I'm Wakulwa Lavender.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. The truth will make us free. Truth will make us free. Truth will make us free. Truth will make us free someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid today. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Wakulwa Lavender, and you are tuned into your afternoon show. Let's kick off the day with the latest headlines. Welcome to Voices Unsilenced. Today, we delve into the heart of Kenyan protest and the impact on our society. Our first guest is Dr. Wanyama, a tireless advocate for human rights. Dr. Wanyama, what are the root causes of these protests?
Thank you, Madam Lavender, for having me. The protests stem from social, economic disparities, political frustration, and systemic injustices. We must address these issues head-on.
Our next discussion is on the role of social media in organizing protests. Social media plays a crucial role in organizing and shaping modern protest movement. What are some of the key points?
Number 1. Platform for communication and organization. Social media platforms provide a space for people to communicate, share information, and organize protests. Anyone with access can set up events through platforms like Facebook's event, function, or group messaging services. These platforms allow activists to reach a wide audience quickly, facilitating coordination and mobilization. Number 2, live reporting and information sharing. Social media enables live streaming and real-time sharing of media during protests. This reduces information asymmetry between protesters and law enforcement. Users can document events, raise awareness, and provide updates on protest locations and developments. Number 3, bypassing censorship and crackdowns. During protests, social media serves as a tool to bypass government crackdowns. When authorities restrict traditional media, social media becomes a vital channel for disseminating information. Activists can share updates even when faced with internet shutdown on censorship.
How has the government responded to online protest movements?
Good. Government has responded to online protest movement in various ways, adapting their strategies based on the context to protest, and some of the approaches are: Number 1, legal amendments and clarity. Governments has introduced legal amendments to address disruptive protests. For example, the United Kingdom government broadened the definition of serious disruption to empower police in handling highly disruptive protests. Clarity in legislation helps police determine when intervention is necessary. Number 2, censorship and control. The government attempted to suppress online dissent by restricting internet access, censoring content, and imprisoning individuals for online statements. By controlling information flow, authorities aim to silence oppositional voices. Number 3, balancing rights and public order. Policymakers have balanced their right to protest with the rights of others to go about their daily lives without disruption. Thank you.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Joining us next is Inspector James Maina, an expert on online reforms. Inspector Maina, how can we strike a balance between maintaining security and respecting citizens' rights during protests?
It's a delicate balance. Proper training, community policing, and accountability mechanisms are crucial. We need trust between law enforcement and the public.
Kenya State has witnessed anti-government protest fueled by anger over finance bill. What's your take on this?
On background, the demonstrations began as opposition to proposed tax increases but have evolved into broader calls for President William Ruto's resignation. Police brutality. Human rights groups report that security forces have killed 39 protesters during clashes. The excessive use of force has drawn widespread condemnation. 3. Business impact. Many businesses remain closed, Nairobi and Mombasa, due to the protest. 4. Citizens' voices. Protesters demand accountability, lower living costs, and an end to police violence. Crisis remains a significant challenge for President Ruto's administrations.
And now, together, we can build safer communities. Until we meet again tomorrow, stay safe.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I rise like the day. I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up, I like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again.